I read Night in the Moth, and that book made me mad because I didn't realize that it was part of a duology. I thought it was a standalone. So you can imagine when I was finishing the last part of the book, I was like, how are they going to be able to fit all these different events? I finish it. I'm like, wait a minute. I check Storygraph. It's book one. And that made me furious because I was under the impression the whole book that the reason why maybe some of the things were rushed, we were trying to cram too many things into one book, was because it was a standalone and we only had so many pages, right, to get through everything.
No.
It's a second book. Oh, all the minor issues that I had just became major issues because we have another book. We could have spread this out. I think my number one issue is the fact that Sybil literally didn't have to end up with Rory to actually care or be willing to sacrifice herself, because the three people she most cared about in the world were under duress and under threat: the gargoyle, the knight, and Rory. Rory and Sybil didn't have to be together. That relationship was so rushed in my eyes. I think a lot of those moments felt forced. Like, the actual reasons of why they should be together, of this tension or this chemistry, wasn't there for me. It felt very shallow. I didn't actually truly understand the interest or the I can't keep my eyes off them, the reasoning behind it. And I know some aspect it's like supposed to be this emotional feeling and it's being described to the reader, but I simply wasn't able to immerse myself. I was like, this is a little rush. I think the world itself was very interesting, and then you have this magic system and everything that was explained. I was like, that was the most interesting aspect of the book, but the romance aspect was sacrificed for it, and there is enough time. The second book could have been when Sybil and Rory actually got together, because yeah, you could argue that they didn't, but they confessed their feelings for each other too soon. I wanted more longing, especially if it's 2 books. 2 books isn't a very long time to wait for two people to get together, especially if we're supposed to be a fantasy sort of series. I know it's romantasy, or I think there is a lot of discourse around what genre it is. It is very much romantasy, this book, because they do confess and profess their love to each other. I think that a lot of my issues with the book was just the very rushed pacing, the half-baked romance, and the fact of the matter is, it's like we wasted a lot of times on explaining this world when we could have been showing it.